Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Welcome to the new session. Are you with me? Okay. The project, we have 5W and 2H principle. Why is the system being developed? What will be done to establish the task set required for the project? When will be done? The schedule. Who is responsible? The team, their role, their responsibilities. Team is co-located or we have distributed team. Customer is accessible or it's outsourcing. How will the job done technically and managerially in terms of strategy? How much the resources are required? So there are 5W2H principles. Any question? Any question? Yes, no. We have project metric. Distribution of effort on task, impact, effort over time, per task, uncovered errors, proposed schedule versus actual schedule variances, proposed cost versus actual cost variances, number of changes and their impact, cost schedule and effort variances. We have a technique, it's called earned value analysis. It enables us to assess the percentage of completeness of a project using quantitative analysis rather than gut feeling. So we can perform EV analysis after 15% of the project has been completed. It is taken from civil engineering. So we have budgeted cost of work scheduled. We have budgeted cost of work performed. We have scheduled performance indicator is equal to budgeted cost of work performed over budgeted cost of work scheduled and schedule variance. Budgeted cost of work performed minus budgeted cost of work scheduled. Let me go to the formula. We have cost variance. Budgeted cost of work performed minus actual cost of work performed. Cost performance indicator BCWP over ACWP. Schedule variance. Budgeted cost of work performed minus budgeted cost of work scheduled. Schedule performance indicator SPI. BCWP over BCWS. Estimated cost at completion. Budget at completion over cost performance indicator. Cost variance at completion, budget at completion minus estimated cost at completion, estimated schedule at completion, total schedule divided by SPI, schedule performance indicator, and schedule variance, total schedule minus estimated schedule at completion. So these are the formulas of earned value analysis. Any question? Let me go to the exercise. As it is taken from civil engineering, so I took one example from civil engineering. A pipeline is to be constructed from New York to Washington, D.C. for a distance of 280 kilometers within duration of 15 months. So total schedule 15 months at the cost of $2.8 billion. Budget at completion is equal to 2.8 billion. Engineering department estimates that pipeline should be constructed at a construction rate of 0.62 km per day. Budgeted cost per pipeline kilometer is 10 million. So for 1 kilometer, per kilometer 10 million is the cost, and construction rate is 0.62 km per day. Performed earned value analysis after 45 days, after 1.5 months. Engineering department estimated that 24 km has been constructed. Accounts department found that $300 million has spent after 45 days. So BCWP, budgeted cost of work performed, 24 kilometers is constructed, and per pipeline kilometer cost is 10 million. So 24 into 10, $240 million. ACWP, as the accounts department said, 300 million are spent. So there is $300 million ACWP. Budgeted cost of work scheduled, BCWS, 45 days have been performed. So we already are at the 45 days. 45 multiplied by 0.62 multiplied by 10 equal to $279 million. BCWS is 279 million. Now cost variance, BCWP minus ACWP, 240 minus 300 minus 60 million over budget. CPI, cost performance indicator, BCWP over ACWP, 240 divided by 300 equals 0.8. Schedule variance, BCWP minus BCWS, 240 minus 279 minus 39 million. Schedule performance indicator, BCWP over BCWS, 240 divided by 279 equals 0.86. Estimated cost at completion is equal to budget at completion divided by cost performance indicator. So 2.8 is the total bill, 2.8 billion is the total budget, divided by CPI 0.8, $3.5 billion. So cost variance, if we keep on progressing like this, at the end, how much will be the difference between Sirat-e-Mustaqim and Shaitan path? Budget at completion minus estimated cost at completion, 2.8 minus 3.5 minus $700 million extra money we need to spend if we keep on progressing like this. Estimated schedule, total schedule divided by SPI. Total schedule 15 month converted into days, for 15 days divided by 0.86, 523 days. So schedule variance, total schedule minus estimated schedule, 450 minus 523 minus 73, almost 2+ months, 2.5 months extra required to complete the project. So over budget, over scheduled. Any question? Any question? Very good. Let's do one exercise for a software project. Project is to develop software that has 11 modules over a period of 11 months. So total schedule 11 months. Equal 11 months. at a cost of $2,000. So budget at completion is equal to $2,000. PCWS is $100 per month. EV analysis was calculated after 4 months. So BCWS after 4 months is 100 into 4, 400. BCWS is equal to 400. But at the April 30, budgeted cost of work performed was $450. So BCWP is equal to $450. Accounts department said $500 has been spent. That means ACWP is equal to $500. Calculate the cost variance. Let me go to the formula. We have cost variance BCWP minus ACWP. 450 minus 500 is equal to minus 50. CPI 450 divided by 500. What is the value? $450 divided by 500. I'm waiting. 450 divided by 500. What's the value? 0.9. So CPI is equal to 0.9. Schedule variance is equal to BCWP minus BCWS. BCWP is 450 minus BCWS is 400 is equal to 50. So it's in plus. SPI, BCWS, BCWP or BCWS 450 divided by 400. What's the value? $450 divided by 400. Very good. 1.125. 1.125. Okay, let's have 1.1. Budget at completion divided by cost performance indicator. Budget at completion is 2000. divided by cost performance indicator is 0.9. What is the value? Estimated cost at completion. 2000 divided by 0.9. 2222. It is wrong. Yes, that is no. You put one more two. Do it again. 2000 divided by 0.9. Yes, this is the correct answer. 2 in dollar. 2, 2, 2, 2. Budget at completion, cost variance at completion, budget at completion minus estimated cost at completion. 2000 minus 2. What is the value? $222 extra you need to spend. Estimated schedule at completion, total schedule divided by schedule performance indicator. Total schedule is 11 months. 11 into 30, because there are 30 days, so 330. Estimated schedule at completion, total schedule 330 divided by 1.1. The estimated schedule 330 divided by 1.1. So it's minus, yes, for I did not put minus 222. Sorry. Yes. 330 divided by 1.1. $300. Okay, if you 300 days. Schedule variance is equal to total schedule 330 minus 300. 30 days. It means if we keep on progressing like this, it will be over budgeted. So we need to spend $222 extra, but it will complete almost 1 month before the deadline. So it's good. We are going in the right direction. Any question regarding the earned value analysis technique? Any question? Very good. So we have discussed the project metric, effort over time, errors, schedule versus actual milestone changes. We already covered that. The process of defining software quality metric, including the project, process, and the product, and the people, define attribute to be measured. Let me have increase the size. Better. Define the metrics. define the comparative indicators, method reporting and metric data collection, software quality metric, application of software quality metric, metric data collection. So that is the way we perform the quality metrics. Establishing a metric plan. Identify your business goals. Identify what you want to know or learn. Identify your sub goals. Identify the entities and attributes related to your sub goals. Formalize your measurement goals. Identify quantifiable questions and the related indicators like cost performance indicator, schedule performance indicator, data element to construct the indicator, define the measures to be used and make their definition operational, identify the action to implement the measure, prepare a plan for implementing the measures. Now, cost of quality metrics. There is no such thing as a free lunch. This is one of the saying. We have to pay the price to achieve high quality, like Samsung company suffered at the beginning. Quality is achieved against the cost. You have to spend resources, you have to spend money. Because the investors only understand one terminology, that is falus, money. So you have to invest in a project if you want investors to be interested. Then you have to show them that there will be return on investment if we invest in quality related activities, quality metrics. We need quality team, quality company. Then they will invest. Like Scrum, why investors are interested in Scrum related projects, Agile related projects? Because there is high productivity, 400% return on investment, 450, 500, 250. That is the return on investment, to have 50%, 400%, 500%. Then they will be ready to invest, the stakeholders, investors. So we need cost models, cost to differentiate software quality assurance task, analysis to the effect of cost model, redistribution if necessary, justification to the top management. So actual cost of software quality, the good project and not so good project. In the good project, you have high quality, but you are spending a lot of money as compared to the poor quality project or low quality project. You need cost to control organization in terms of initiate cost to prevent and detect errors, failures as a basis of a revision of SQA budget, software quality assurance budget, activities, infrastructure. So quality as a percent of development cost, 40 to 67% you have to invest. Like you have cost of control and cost of failure. Cost of control include costs that are spent to prevent and detect errors. And cost of failure of control, cost of failure because of the you are failed to prevent and detect errors. The control cost is prevention cost versus appraisal cost, failure, internal failure cost, external failure cost. Presentation and appraisal cost represent cost of achieving good quality. Internal and external costs represent cost of poor quality. As you can see, it's a poor quality, and for the up one, it's a high quality, good quality. Why? Because reduce bad quality costs by investing in good quality costs. Increase budget for prevention and appraisal cost. It will reduce your cost of internal and external failure cost. For example, step 0, good quality cost. Bad quality cost is 1,000, like 100,000, and total cost 100,000. Step 1, good quality increase to 50,000 real, bad quality decrease to 900,000. Total cost 950,000. So you saved money. Step 2, good quality cost increased to 100,000. Bad quality cost decreased to 700,000. So total cost 800,000. Step 4, good quality cost increased to 150,000. Bad quality 500,000. So total cost 650. So you saved lot of money if you invest on good quality. So that is the end of this chapter. Any question up to here? Any question up to here? So let us start the next chapter. Software quality process, chapter number 6. There is no such thing as a perfect method. Method always can be improved upon. So that is the one of the saying about the software. So what is the process? The process is a series of actions or steps to achieve a particular end in the form of a product or service. We may not realize, but processes are everywhere in every aspect of our life. For example, breakfast preparation, to place an order, developing a budget, writing a program, or any other requirements for application, requirement engineering, gathering requirements, modeling requirements. Process improvement. Quality of a system is influenced by the quality of process, or quality of the product is improved by quality of the process to acquire, develop, and maintain it. So everyone feel the need of motivated quality workforce. Like Samsung never compromise on quality of the team. They hire only quality people, skilled people. Or like Agile, you have competent people, skilled people, and use latest technologies, latest techniques. But finest people cannot perform the things at their best if they are doing first time. So you have to repeat, you have to practice it. So you have to consider the software processes, methodologies, and the products, methodologies, and the quality processes. What are the symptoms of software process failure? For example, commitment consistently missed, late delivery, last minute failure, increased cost, no management visibility. You are always surprised by new requirements by the top management, by the stakeholders. Like I remember one case of a tower in Abu Dhabi. I think its name is Gateway Tower Abu Dhabi. Let me show you. This tower is a tilted tower. It's a capital gate in Abu Dhabi. It's a tilted tower. And the king of Abu Dhabi gave the requirements to the engineers. First of all, at the bottom and the top, there is almost difference of 108 feet. It's tilted and it is against the rules of civil engineering and the construction and the physics, the gravity, because weight is more on the upper side as compared to the lower side, so it will fall due to air pressure, due to the wind. So there was extreme problem for the engineers how to construct that. And it's a desert area, so a lot of effort was spent to have foundation, and then you need some rod pillar to support the buildings like Burj Khalifa, like Twin Tower of Malaysia, Eiffel Tower. There are pillars that hold the building. For this case, you cannot have a pillar. You need tilted pillar, not straight shaft. Straight, it's tilted. And then Abu Dhabi king gave a requirement that I need to complete this building in 2 years because they want to have some like expo something. So they want to complete this building before that conference. Anyhow, they completed it. At the end, when it was ready and weight was balanced, load was balanced, suddenly, before the completion, almost a requirement came from the king. I want helipad on the top of the building like Burj Khalifa. Now, again, the load was almost balanced. You cannot have put further load on the top because of the pressure of the helipad, the helicopter, this building can collapse. Then they find it very difficult and then they dig the building from the top, hole at the top, and then they had the helipad to balance its load. But this is the strange requirements from the king. and customer is like that. I remember another building when it was ready, two towers in some Gulf in Middle East. At the time of completion, the stakeholders gave the requirement, we want a swimming pool at the top of the building. So two towers, separate towers, like twin towers in Malaysia, but we want swimming pool at the top of those towers. So customer in the civil engineering can change the requirement. The software will continuously change the requirements. So this is, I just show you an example how strange requirements can come from the customer, even in the construction business. So you're always surprised. Quality problems, too much rework, functions don't work correctly, customer complaints after delivery, poor morale, people frustrated like the case of Sweden-based company I showed you. You feel no one is in charge, everyone, stakeholder is in charge. You don't have one boss, everyone is boss from the stakeholder side. So what is the solution? Solution is software quality and process improvement with quality standards like ISO and Software Engineering Institute capability maturity model. That is the solution of such problems. What is TQM? Ahmed Adil, Usama Ali, Bandar Saad, Raid Abdullah, Sultan, Muhammad Marai. Very good. Total quality management. Wonderful. Total quality management. So we have total, we have quality, we have management. How to define total? Bandar Saad, Usama Ali, Ahmed Adil, Sultan, Ghazi, Majid Munawar, Muhammad Marai, everything, all procedures, very good. Muhammad Jasim, anyone? Everything, all procedures is the answer comes from one student. Everyone is responsible for quality, not only the quality assurance team. Every member of the company or a team is responsible for quality, not only the software quality assurance team. Everyone, every member of the company or team is responsible for quality. Yes, quality mindset for all employees. That is the total. Now, what is quality? How to define quality? We already defined. Usam, Ghazi, Fassi, Muhammad Marai, Haroon, Muhammad Ahmad, Usama Ali. Do the thing in the best way. Okay, now open. Anyone can answer. Very good. This is the best answer by Muhammad Marai. Software must function or a product must function. Software or a product must function as per customer requirements, as per the customer requirements. Customer must be satisfied, customer must be happy, customer must be satisfied, must be happy. Or we have saying fitness for the purpose. The product must meet expectations of the customer. All possible ways I explained to you. Then we have management. What is management? How to define? Ahmed Adil. We have management science discipline as well. Raid Abdullah. Muhammad Jasim. Abdul Latif Garmullah. Shakir Ataullah. Anyone open? Anyone can answer. Very good. We have very good definitions from different students. Planning, monitoring, and control. This is the best summarized. This is the explained one from the Muhammad Marai. Process of planning, decision making, leading, motivating, and controlling financial, physical. So it's quite explained, but if we want to define, we need some precise way. The process of methodology of dealing with or controlling things or people. That's also correct. So almost three are correct. So in summarized way, planning, monitoring, and control. You can plan, you can monitor, and you can control. That is the job of a manager. So management should have the ability to plan, to monitor, and control the processes, control the products, control the team. Very good. That's also correct. Functions of planning, directing, and controlling. Very good. This is the also correct and very precise, mashallah. Very good, Raid Abdullah. Now, TQM concept started in 1980s and become popular in 1990s. And we can consider a superset of ISO 9000. Total quality involves everyone and all activities in the company. Quality conforms to requirements, meeting customer requirements. Management plan, monitor, and control the quality. Now we can define the TQM. How to define TQM? Total quality management. So most of the definitions that you have done is under the TQM. Let me go to the slide. A process for managing quality, a philosophy of continuous improvement in everything an organization does. So there must be continuous improvement. Like in Agile, you have sprint retrospective. Sprint retrospective. And in Lean, you have optimization. Optimize your process continuously, removing extra processes, extra activities, extra resources, extra team members, extra features. Optimize, optimize, optimize. Like in KAU, King Abdulaziz University, we have a quality standard. Its name is ABIT. It's an educational standard, accreditation standard, American standard. In the ABIT, every semester we write a report. It's called end of semester report. Report by instructor and by the coordinator. So we have 2 or 3 instructors teaching 2 sections, 3 sections of the same course. Each one write. Then there is a coordinator who will write some comprehensive report based on the 3 reports of the instructors. What mistakes, what improvements can be done in the next semester, what is not covered in this semester, in which course learning outcomes students are weak, they performed weak, based on the assessments. So you have mid, you have final, you have assignments, you have projects, you have quizzes. So you take 3 samples from the each assessment, mid exam or final exam or the projects, and then you write the end of semester report that in which course learning outcome. So we have course learning outcome and we have student outcome, CLO, course learning outcome, course learning outcome, and we have student outcomes. So you match course learning outcome, which of the course learning outcomes are achieved through the student outcomes or not achieved. If not achieved, what corrective actions need to be performed in the next semester to achieve student outcome. So every semester we have improvement. We write reports, we assess the reports. In the next semester we implement them, and then again we write the end of semester report. What are the improvement actions now we need to take to improve further? So there is a continuous improvement cycle, and same applies for software, same applies for any company, any organization. I think let's have a break. Yes, Kaizen is another. Any question up to here? Any question up to here? Okay, let's have a break of 15 minutes. Inshallah, 2:35 we will continue. Assalamu alaikum.